My name is Karlin Morrsion Raju. I'm an artist or maker based in Auckland, Tamaki Makaurau, and I'm kind of born and raised out west. I got into art just from a very young age and just rolled with it. I'm a Libra. The scales, the balance, that's what it's about. My relationship with the concept of hair has been one that is ongoing, definitely. Learning the history, especially from my roots specifically in India, about hair. There's really interesting stories and context around hair in the culture. The concrete thing came from just a real deep dive into ancient construction and history and kind of archaeology. So the work in the show is basically a recreation of a drum, which if you're familiar with Fiji in the Pacific, you'll see these drums, massive, usually steel drums everywhere. And they're used for a variety of things. In this instance, they were used to wash hair for my family in the village. This story came from my grandma, which was a really cool thing because this whole thing really started with a conversation. It's meant to be squatted down next to, and then a secondary vessel is used to scoop water from it, and then you just kind of squat and wash your hair like that. Even with these kind of rudimentary materials, you're still doing everything you can to look after your hair. So the red is a reference to the dirt of the village, the really rich red kind of clay dirt, and also kind of rust as well. There's this kind of redness to a lot of the infrastructure in the Fijian villages, especially where my family grew up. So I used a red iron oxide to tint the concrete that I mixed myself with this stuff called vermiculite instead of using stones as the aggregate. I think the conversation about hair is global, and everyone has their own relationship with it, so there might be something in mind that you can take away from it, and also in the story that it kind of tells.